Hi, hope you guys are doing well. So today we will finally be looking at the next category of our modifiers, add modifier. In the deform category, the first one is the armature modifier. Now you can actually just come over here, add modifier, deform, and then select armature. But there is actually a better way where you have to just skip this step. So first I will just want to go into my front view, tap to edit mode, select these top vertices, and then go on and click on G. Before we continue, please consider subscribing. Only 9% of you are actually subscribed. My goal is to reach 2.5k subs by the end of this year, and drop a like and a comment while you're at it. G, Z and 4, and then click on Ctrl R to add a bunch of loop cuts. I think this much is enough. And after that I'm going to shift A, and instead of mesh we're going to go into armature, and this will add a single bone. You can actually see its name, armature 002 or bone over here, and I will just, in the object mode still saying, I'll move it down over here, and then I'm going to tab into edit mode. Yes, you can edit bones as well, and I'm going to go on E to extrude it, and then Z to move it to the top west part, then shift and drag mouse to select this whole bone. Okay, and then just right click subdivide. Yes, you can do that with the bones as well, and that's on how now we have 5 bones. One size can select over here. You can see the name of the individual bones. This is bone 004, the top one, and the bottom one is bone. The in between ones again follow the same naming convention. This is actually good enough for us now. Now you can click, when I click on my cube, you can see that there's still currently no modifier. And first I'll have my cube selected, and then I'm going to shift and select my bones. As you can see now, my cube is orange and my armature is yellow selected. This order is necessary. You first have to click and select the cube or any object where you want to parent the bones, and then you're going to select the bones. So click on Ctrl and P, and there are three options over here. And they are basically, when I click on parenting them, the armatures will be then controlling the cube. So with automatic weights, it's going to automatically create vertex cubes for us, but with empty weight groups there will be no weight, but with but it will still create vertex cubes, but they won't have any weight in them. So if I click on with automatic weights, and now when I select my cube, you can see that the armature modifier is again automatically added, and it has automatically selected the armature that I added. So this is why just adding the armature modifier from the side is actually pointless, because when you do parenting, it automatically adds the modifier itself. So now if I go into weight painting mode, you can see that there are 4 groups corresponding to the names of the bones. Bone 004 is up over here, and it has it already has the weight paint on it. Okay, but if I had selected empty weight groups, these vertex groups would have been created, but all of them would have been just pure blue without any weight in them. Now if I keep scrolling, you can see that all of them actually have their own weight, and this blender automatically tries to see the surrounding mesh and then add it. So now I'll just go into object mode, and if I click on this bone, and then I'll just go into the pose mode, and this is the only mode which is used for armatures. So I select this armature and then start rotating him. As you can see, where the most weight was, it is affecting it over here. So if I still have my let me just say I want this part to be even more affected by the weight. So bone 004's uppermost portion, I just select this and assign it with the 1 weight. And now if I go into weight paint mode, you can see that this region is now red, and it will be mostly affected by the bone. So I'll just select it over here in the bone pose mode, and I'll start rotating this. As you can see, it's now affecting it. But what if I want this even lower part to be affected by this top bone? We can actually also do that, and you can actually decide where the weight will affect it. Well, again, go into edit mode for now. Again, you can do this in object mode as well, but oh sorry, I had to add my, I'll first go into weight paint mode to see. Yes, bone 004, this is the one I want, the affected part. So I'll just make this bottom part, select over here and right click, and then click on assign. Then I'll just go back to object mode, select my bone, and now I'm going to go to edit mode. So now when I rotate this bone 004, this upper part and this lower part will also move. So if I click on rotate over here, oh, this is the edge mode. I have to go to pose mode and then click on R, and as you can see that now this is affecting this upper and lower part. So it you can manually paint them as well, but I recommend first going with automatic weights, and then you can actually edit those weights to your liking, because again this was really a simple example. With characters and stuff, we will really have to edit them yourself. Also you're going to be needing, when you start getting advanced part, you're going to be needing this add-on. It's built in Blender. You can go into edit, preferences, and in the audience panel you can see that it's a Rigify add-on. So by default, when I first shift 8 and clicked, and you can see that it was just Armature, there was no extra options. But when I click on edit preferences in the add-ons panel, I'll just turn on Rigify. It's by default installed in Blender 4.5 and a lot of previous versions as well. And then I'll close this and then shift A, and now with Armature you can add single bone. By default that was the option, and with Rigify Metal Rigs you can add a human rig. Okay, I'll just turn off this Armature and cube, and you can see that you have a full facial rig, and this is really advanced. I don't think you should just directly jump in the metal rig. You should go with first with the basic human rig, okay, without any face or something like that. You first need to get good at this part, and then you can actually start advancing them. They even have animal rigs with birds, cats, horses, wolves, etc. So I hope you guys learned something today. Please leave a like and comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.